How's it going? It's Chad Calhagen. In this video, I'd like to discuss the best port-in deals for customers thinking about switching their number over to Cricket for this month, July 2017. Okay, right away, as of right now, there are 4 free phones that you have the option to get if you port in. Okay, first of all is the Alcatel Streak. Now the regular price of this one is only $19.99. So this is the lowest spec one of the bunch. You know, it's definitely a reasonably decent basic phone, but if you need a whole lot more than just a basic phone, you're going to want to move up from this one. The specifications, just real quick, on this phone are as follows. It comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow. It's got a 4.5-inch screen, 8 gigabytes of internal storage, rear 5 megapixel camera, front 2 megapixel camera, and it's got a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor and a 1780 milliampere hour battery. So definitely not a huge battery. But with the smaller screen, you can probably get away with that as long as you're not going too crazy watching videos for hours on end. And then, let's see here. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but here is a picture of that phone. Hopefully that's reasonably easy to see. All right. The next one on my list of free port-in phones would be the ZTE Sonata 3. Let's see here. Now the ZTE Sonata 3, here's a picture of that one. This phone is normally $29.99. So it's not a huge step up, but it is a little bit better than the Alcatel Streak. So quick specs for the ZTE Sonata 3. This one also comes with Marshmallow 6.0. This one has a slightly larger screen, 5-inch. This has got 1 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of internal storage again, unfortunately. Let's see here, rear 5 megapixel camera, front 2 megapixel camera once again. It's got the 1.1 gigahertz quad core processor, but this one does have a slightly larger battery. This one's a 2300 milliampere hour battery. I have used this phone a little bit. I didn't think it was too bad, but it definitely is a little bit of a handicap that it only has the 8 gigs internal storage. So if you're needing something a little faster, or if you're needing something with a little bit more internal storage, then the next phone will probably appeal to you more. The next phone is the LG Fortune. Here is a picture of that one, and as you can see, hopefully, that has a normal price of $49.99. And let's get into the specs briefly on this one. Now this phone has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, first of all, so that's nice. It also has Android 6.0 Marshmallow, also a 5-inch screen. We've got a rear 5 megapixel camera and a front 5 megapixel camera. So the front camera is a little bit better on this one. 1.1 gigahertz quad core processor with a 2500 milliampere hour battery. So this phone is definitely not too bad. Don't expect any miracles out of the camera, but definitely a reasonably solid phone if you're not looking to do anything too spec heavy. All these phones have had the Snapdragon 210 on them, so you know you're not going to be cruising through your tasks, but as long as you don't mind just remembering the fact that, hey, I poured it in, I got this phone for free. You know, don't expect too much out of it, but you know, they're decent phones. The final phone on the free port-in list is the Samsung Galaxy Amp 2. That one has a regular price of $39.99. And here is a picture of that one. It's got your typical Samsung setup. Everything up to the S8 pretty much had that home key and everything just like that. No surprises there. Check out the specs real quick here. Comes also with Android 6.0 Marshmallow. This has got a smaller screen similar to the first phone we talked about, 4.5 inch, but this does have AMOLED display. So this is going to have the nicest looking screen out of the bunch. So it does have that going for it. Unfortunately, this one does only have 8 gigabytes of internal storage though. So definitely kind of a bummer. But you do get a rear 5 megapixel camera and a front 2 megapixel camera. Samsung, even in the lower end phones, generally does a reasonably passable job with their cameras. These cameras should be able to take decent pictures. Like even that 2 megapixel shooter, it should be okay. I mean, it's not gonna wow you, but I would probably take a 2 megapixel Samsung camera over a 2 megapixel shooter from any other manufacturer. I'm not a huge Samsung fan, but I will give them credit for that. 1.3 gigahertz quad core processor and a 2050 milliampere hour battery. So definitely a solid performing phone. It's got a processor that's definitely faster than the Snapdragon 210 and the other three we discussed. So if you can deal with the fact that you only get 8 gigs of internal storage, I believe that Samsung probably will let you do the adaptable storage though, so you probably would have that going for you if you wanted to explore that option. And then finally, and I have already done a previous video about this, but I wanted to mention it again because I still feel like this is an incredible deal. The LG Harmony right now is normally $100. Right now, through the 20th of this month, you can still get it if you port in for $10. That is a crazy good deal. Here's a picture of the LG Harmony. This wins hands down, and in my opinion, honestly, if you're gonna port in, I mean, unless you're super strapped for cash, which I understand because that's like the story of my life. But if you have 10 extra dollars, please seriously consider the LG Harmony. Now, this is an online only deal, but considering you're getting $90 off of the regular price, it's absolutely worth the wait to get it in the mail. And I believe that Cricket is still doing pretty fast shipping. It's been a while since I've ordered a phone online. But right now they are talking about free next business day shipping. So, of course, there's exclusions and a little bit of fine print with that. So just check that out on the website. It's really easy to find out about. But that's pretty nice. Last time I ordered off of cricketwireless.com, they were doing free 2-day shipping, and I thought that was actually pretty good. So free next business day shipping is fantastic. Okay, so quick spec rundown of this phone, and the specs for this phone are in the other video I did a little while ago, but I'll just do an abbreviated version of that real fast. This one does come with Nougat, so for $10 more you get Android Nougat, very nice. This is a 5.3 inch screen, and I really like that size. Not too big, not too small. I'm a huge fan of the 5.2, 5.3 inch phone size. Okay, 16 gigabytes of internal storage. Let's see here, and I'm trying to remember how much RAM does this phone have. I want to say it's got 1.5 gigabytes of RAM. Let's circle back to that. Okay, rear 8 megapixel camera, front 5 megapixel camera, 1.4 gigahertz quad core processor. Very nice clock speed, especially considering the $10 price tag if you're porting in and ordering online. And 2800 milliampere hour battery, which will absolutely get you through the day if you're not going too crazy with it. Now to find out for the RAM. It does have 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, so I was right about that. Oh, and also the front camera and the rear camera can both do full HD video recording, 1920 by 1080. So that's really nice. All right, so there is a rundown of all of the best deals that Cricket Wireless has for port-ins right now for July 2017. The only one you're not going to wait through the end of the month for would definitely be the LG Harmony, which I know for a fact that deal ends on the 20th. The other four, I can't vouch for when that deal ends. So if you want any of these deals, I would jump on them ASAP, because you never know when they're going to end this stuff. So thanks for watching this video. If you could do me a favor and like it, subscribe to my channel for additional videos similar to this one, and we'll see you in the next one.